Howdy, everyone. Welcome to our post show, real post game. I'm Dan, Spencer, and Justin, and Max. So for our post show topics today, first we're going to do a little recap of the session.
Yeah.
So just to recap, I mean, you guys, you're in a shack now, so you don't have your, goat pee. All of your stuff, and you saw this temple. So yeah, I mean,
and don't forget, we went to Dunkin' Donuts at the beginning of the day.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that you guys like I said, like you guys weren't like, why is there a Dunkin' Donuts here? Like, I think it's a bug. No, it's fine. Like you totally, like, if you had asked like Dan, like in game, like, he would have described to you that, oh yeah, I paid for there just to be at Dunkin' Donuts.
Well, you
got the D&D DLC and D&D.
Well, I think Justin can back me up here, but I think we're pretty fashion conscious because the first episode, Session 0, we were really concerned about getting shoes. So now we're really obsessed with like your shirts in the game.
Yeah.
I don't know, Justin, why? Did actual you or character you ever think it was like strange that there was a Dunkin' Donuts there?
No, dude, we're in a video game. Like, I don't know. Look, I have no idea what kind of corporate sponsorship happens in this game. I'm probably not questioning.
Yeah, man, it's cool. It's fun.
There's a Dunkin'. There's a Dunkin'. You don't know.
I think in character me is like starting to, like, after we died and came back, I think he's starting to realize that this is more like more game than like real life. So I think he's gonna still try to do the pacifist route, but like he was just going to town on those gargoyles. I don't think he cares about like constructs, like maybe because I've never read like do androids dream of electric sheep? So I who knows if they're real?
Have you seen Blade
people?
Runner?
Yeah, I've seen Blade Runner.
Well, it's like the same thing.
I know it's the same thing. I've seen 2049 too. That was a great movie. I love that movie.
Yeah. So the session, how'd you guys feel about, review of the session?
Yeah, sorry, I was distracted by movie talk.
Session review. Any thoughts, opinions, comments?
Spencer, stop trying to hit on NPCs.
I wasn't okay.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah.
She's literally dying.
They're not real.
And you're more concerned.
You want to impress her.
I was just doing a character voice. That's all.
Well, I mean, think about this.
Just a character voice.
I mean, she's a woman. She gets hit on all the time. And it's just like, just another adventurer hitting on me again.
All right, I'll tone it down. I'm sorry.
So weird.
Well, you don't have to.
Yeah.
But I'm just giving you insight to like where her brain is.
I get it. I was playing.
She's cute. She gets hit on all the time.
I was just
annoying.
hamming it up. I was just.
You were spamming it up. You were like ham. You were like spam.
I wasn't ham. I was spam.
Yeah. You were like spam from like the 40s.
Oh, so like what Hawaii eats every day.
Yeah.
Gross. Wait, Hawaiians don't eat like exclusively pineapples every day?
Spam was made specifically for Hawaii.
Yeah. No, I know that. Cool. I guess on to our next topic. Our next topic for today, our music topic, Maxwell.
So we wanted to bring this up because there's a fairly significant artist that we were all really into. I don't know about Justin, but me, Dan, and Spencer, kind of like our early friendship was revolved around them a little bit. But basically, there's a band, a progressive rock band from Los Angeles called Tool. They've been around since.
No, I've never heard of this band ever.
Never.
Mm-mm.
Really?
Not once.
So they're a progressive rock band from Los Angeles. They started in 1990. They gained a big following that eventually became a cult following, and their albums were all kind of few and far between. And then they went on a very long period of silence after an album they released in 2006. And they have since recently announced that they are they've written and they're releasing a new album at the end of this month. after 13 years of a band with a large cult following not having released anything. A couple of the members went on to do some side projects, but their audience was still pretty adamant about them coming back.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of speculation just over the years, because 13 years was a long time. I saw, I saw this one thing, and it was like, Tool will never release a new album. Tool will release a new album 10,000 days after their last album, which was titled 10,000 Days. And then there was one that was Tool has been releasing 525,000 minutes of ambient silence every year for 13 years. But they've recently come back around. I don't know, we wanted to see what everyone's kind of thoughts were on it. Well, Justin, what we were hoping for was that since you'd been around, you were definitely conscious for that time, being a bit older than the rest of us, if you remembered anything like from them, because they were fairly controversial back in their time for a few points they had made. Oh yeah, I mean some of their song titles and the really heavy subject matter behind some of their lyrics was, it was dark. It was really dark.
Yeah.
And that stayed true all the way until that long hiatus. They did a lot of things to kind of screw with their audience over those years. Just like, oh yeah, no, sorry, our lead singer found Jesus, so he's never coming back. We can't write anything anymore. He's gone. So yeah, what do you think?
About them coming back?
Yeah, or anything.
Well,
really.
for me, the most
stoked.
exciting thing is that all of their discographies are all over
streaming
services. So
Yeah. And they
for the first
recently
time-
announced why that was the case.
Well, because they're dropping a new album.
Well, no, why they never released them in the first place.
Why?
So apparently within their administration, there was just kind of like not an argument, but it was just like some people, when streaming services first came around, they're like, yeah, we should do it. And the other ones were like, the rates aren't very good, and just, the way of releasing our music could be changed in the future. And that was something that was not known for a long time, was why they never had it. But they recently did. Their entire back catalog went on all the streaming services a couple days ago. They redid some of the artwork for it too, for a couple of the albums, which was nice. And now there's just a couple weeks until their new work hits the market.
Yeah. Are you guys pumped for it?
I'm so excited.
Oh, I'm buying it the day of. I'm still gonna buy it, even though there's a streaming service. I'm still gonna buy the physical copy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Because they like the way over the years they've done so much with artwork and outside help from visual artists for their music videos.
Oh, Alex Gray's artwork is
Incredible.
like some of my favorite. Like
It's
I want to get a tattoo sleeve and like my whole arm be like an Alex Gray.
Yeah.
And at one point you had actually made a piece of art that was based off of one of their works, didn't you?
When I was in high school, yeah.
Yeah. What was it?
I made, it was like this like guy who was like naked from behind, like he had like his arm behind his back and the other one was like reaching up towards like a sun. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was pretty yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And even
Oh, actually there was that one, and then I did a metalsmithing piece in high school that it was like I had to make like a little like card out of metal.
Yeah.
And I made like a planet, but like in the middle of the planet was like it was like a lateralis eye, but like the eyeball was like Earth.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah. You still have it?
No,
Ah.
I gave it to a girl in high school,
Ah,
and she broke my heart.
Oh.
I've also done embarrassing things for high school girlfriends.
Oh, I once gave a girl that I thought was the love of my life in high school, that I thought I was going to be with forever, that I only dated for like 5 months. I gave her a rubbing of Shakespeare's grave that my aunt gave me.
Really?
Really?
That's kind of cool and a really stupid move.
I think you deserve better than her.
Yeah.
Well, no shit, Sean.
Did you recite some Shakespearean shit when you gave it to her?
No.
No.
We're like Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
Except we didn't
Except
die.
I'm dead.
No, me trying to like give you a compliment right there was like when I was trying to say something nice about like you moving past it, and then I just said something that was obvious because I couldn't think of anything like beyond that. I'm sorry. Go. All right.
That's a dumb fucking move.
But Max, when you're talking about like buying like albums and stuff like that, like even though like because I it's so easy to stream stuff and everything. The only artist I think I do that for. I still bought a lot of CDs in high school.
Yeah.
But I think the only artist I do that for now is Nine Inch Nails, Ninja Sex Party, and Courtney Barnett.
Yeah.
So
I do it for a few, just like ones that I have like a lot of, I guess, enough respect to also want a physical copy.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Tool specifically, they also do a lot of really crazy, outlandish things when they package their albums that I personally have never seen on other things.
Like what?
I'm gonna go
dare
grab
say.
them. Give me
All right,
one
grab
second.
them.
Justin, are you a fan of Tool?
Yeah, casual fan.
Casual fan?
Yeah.
So you're not having like this total freak out that me, Spencer, and Max are that like the new album's coming out?
Yes.
I am not as excited as you are, but I am not unexcited.
So
I am
neutral.
I know. I'm like moderately excited.
I mean, you don't have to be. There's no.
No, I know.
No
I
one's
just- I
forcing
mean-
your excitement.
No. I'm excited because they were like, "Hey, are you freaking out?" I'm not
guess
freaking
I
out,
should look
but
this way.
I'm excited for a new Tool.
I mean, I'm like
album.
looking at the screen.
It's fine.
I'm excited to see what they've done after. I mean, the visionary forces behind that effort are
Right.
Funny.
Yeah.
I mean,
in Max,
they've all been doing so much stuff. So
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's
and like
been-
everything.
I think one of the coolest things is that before Tool, Adam Jones, the guitarist, actually was the artist who made Terminator
Yeah.
and the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he did like
he worked in visual effects
and like the animatronics and shit like that.
no
That was Adam
idea.
Jones, and he made like a shitload of money. And
But he wanted to do Tool.
Yeah,
Oh.
and when he left, people were like, "You're gonna leave this sick ass job in Hollywood, paying you ass tons of money, working on the biggest movies like in America,
to be on your band.
to join a band."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
People were like, "Okay, like have fun with that," and
Yeah.
he did. He made Tool. Like,
So, a couple examples of the way they package things, and these are very strange. So this was their most recent album. It has this thing folded into it, which these are two little plastic magnifying glasses. Now, mine personally are not lined up well. This one, it's just kind of a defective print. But, so you open this up, and the disc is slid right into this pocket here. And, the disc itself also has, a crazy design put onto it.
that artwork is Alex Gray artwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This whole thing was him.
Yeah.
But instead of the lyric book, built into this are these pages with these arts. There's a couple photos of the band members in like some crazy outfits or whatever. And the point is that you look through these two magnifying glasses and it creates a stereoscopic image on the album itself.
For those of us who don't know, what is that? Maybe?
So it's basically like a left and right 3D where when you look through these two lenses on here, it makes it into one.
It's like some National Geographic type shit.
Yeah. And
Or
then,
what's that
to go a
movie?
bit further, the album before that
Nick
was
Cage.
What was that?
National Treasure?
National Treasure. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It's like some National Treasure
find
shit.
the secret. So
National
the
Treasure.
album they did before
Big
that
bro.
came with this sleeve that came over, kind of like a translucent sleeve. But what they did was with the lyric book in this one. So it's this intricate image, but it's actually a bunch of layers of the same image on these clear pages that stack
Yeah.
onto each other.
It's like the chakras or whatever.
Yeah. And then they all create this one big image that is.
That's sick.
This here was the cover that they used for the vinyl release, and that was the new album cover that they released when they did the streaming services recently.
Right.
As kind of a change. And again, more on the CD itself, there's some more design work. And again, not a lyric book. They just don't do lyric books for some reason. But, with these, there's so much that goes into them, I imagine. It was just like, all right, well, we can omit that and put it online or whatever.
Funny enough, I didn't listen to Tool a whole lot, but I listened to A Perfect Circle first.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was Emotive, their like cover album that they did. It was like the first introduction, and then I listened to 13 Steps, and then blank on the other one.
Yeah.
But so I listened through A Perfect Circle, and then I got into Tool. Mostly, I think you guys kind of encouraged that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember specifically you introducing me to a few different songs that you're like, you like Nine Inch Nails, you'll like this.
Yeah. Which is funny because I hate Nine Inch Nails.
Me too.
So, yeah.
Sorry.
I've told you this on multiple
Trent
occasions.
Reznor, man. I don't know if I can do with him.
I've told you this on multiple occasions.
But he has one redeeming factor. Fun fact, Trent Reznor's name backwards is Ron Zertnert.
That's his one redeeming fact?
Yes.
Not the fact that he did the Social Network or the Gone Girl, soundtrack as well?
No.
Nope.
How about the fact that he created the song
that
"Hurt"?
One of my favorite.
Yeah.
How about the fact that
it took Johnny Cash to make it good?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry,
I feel
Spencer.
like
That was mean. No, come back. No, wire back in. Get back in there.
He's wired out. He's wired out.
My camera.
See what you guys did.
I was gonna flip him off, but I decided not to.
Oh, okay.
We're done here. We're done here. Show's over. Thanks for coming.
This is the end of the show. Stop.
I was making it look good.
No, we're not.
For douchebags.
We're not done. No, come on. It's not like we were judging your work. We're just judging your taste.
Yeah. Oh, what's the difference?
I mean, there are. I mean, Bob Dylan originally wrote "All Along the Watchtower," but no one knows his version. Everyone knows Jimmy's version.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of things like
a
that.
Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
How does it feel? But yeah, so that's something to look forward to.
Right.
It's kind of a cool little thing.
Yeah, I'm. It's been good. I bought a new phone today, the OneNote Plus 7.
Yeah.
Don't go on brand. Go. This thing is like the fastest thing ever. But
Buy smart.
shop S-Mart.
S-M-R-T.
But yeah. So my life has been awesome in the
S-M-R-T.
last couple of days because Tool, dropped their whole discography on Spotify, and I got a new phone to enjoy it on. So I'm like,
Yeah.
it's like yeah, that's like good. That's that good.
I have a lot of great memories of all of us just sitting in kind of like a dark room late at night,
Yeah.
and then just being like, "What should we do? Let's watch Tool music videos."
Yeah. And just scare the shit out of ourselves.
And
You're
it
the
was
only one that got scared from them.
me.
Him.
Oh,
I didn't get scared. It's just like, man.
You
this
used to
is deep.
freak out every time we would watch Tool videos.
What do you mean freak out?
You'd be like, man, I can't watch this right now. You were like, dude,
it's deep,
you were like,
man. Like,
this stuff.
You don't understand. That's the worst part.
Especially Stinkfist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because the only part that ever freaks me out from Tool, right? And it doesn't freak me out. I'm just like, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Every time is the part in the Stinkfist music video where the robot's face goes like that.
Yeah.
Is that Parabola?
It's not the robot that does that in Parabola. It's the little dude, the little dude that's running around. His face kind of juts out like that.
Yeah.
Dude,
what am I thinking? Oh no, Stinkfist is the one. No, I am thinking of Stinkfist, where it's like the creepy clay that morphs. Yeah, that one. Okay, that one is stinky.
Yeah.
yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do you guys have a favorite Tool song?
See, I don't want to be cliche and say it's the pot, but I really like the pot.
Yeah, I mean, the
Pot's
Pot's
really
awesome.
good.
I gotta think about that.
10,000 Days easily.
Yeah,
It's-
Wings and 10,000. The combination.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to combine them, but it's incredibly deep from and the way that it progresses slowly over time is just something that I like in music a lot. But I've lost many a vocal cord in my car to that song.
Right. I would say that The Pot is probably, like, it's tied. It's either The Pot or Parabola.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of, like, the Parable Parabola.
Yeah.
I remember what my favorite song is. It's Opiate.
Oh,
Opiate,
yeah.
Yeah.
Off the first EP.
Yeah.
You know about the hidden track at the end, right?
Yeah.
I had a friend once. Yeah, so if you guys don't know, Opiate, and I need to see if streaming services have it.
I haven't checked.
I haven't checked either. There's a hidden song at the end of Opiate, where it's like, I had a friend once, he took some acid.
Yeah, it's in there.
Now he thinks he's
It's
a
in there.
fire
Nice.
engine.
Yeah.
It's
And
pretty
then-
funny.
Well, also, if I haven't actually done it, this is just something I saw. This could have very much have been a joke, but Dire von Satan.
Oh, yeah.
Is apparently in German like an egg, like a recipe for like cookies, and then it's like no eggs, like multiple times throughout it, like don't put eggs in it.
Yeah, but it's German, so people are like, oh, this is demonic.
Yeah, but it's just German. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Anyone else have any input about
Justin, how's anything music related that you're excited about recently that's happened?
There's a lot of new work coming out this month.
Fugazi?
Any music thing related that, like, I don't know, an artist that you follow is coming out with something new, you recently found somebody that you like?
Yeah, I mean, a lot. So, let's see. Wax is a rapper out of LA. He came out with a new album recently. It's pretty good. There's also the new Dreamville album. Pretty cool. A lot of good stuff on there. I think JID has a lot of potential. Rhapsody just dropped something. If you don't know her, she's out of North Carolina, also off the Dreamville label.
Nice.
Then there's some rock that I've been getting into. I've been really listening to a lot of older stuff actually, so not new stuff that I'm excited about. It's old stuff that I'm excited about. I've been listening to a lot of like Afro-Cuban and Latin jazz.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
Cool.
Like Gustavo Del Fara.
Yeah.
If you're looking at Latin
actually,
jazz.
Yeah. Petit Sekou.
I don't know that one. my Latin jazz is very, very limited.
Yeah.
But
I think that dude's like.
Yeah. Well, we also who's ready for the Book Nook? The Book Nook.
Spencer's Book Nook.
Oh yeah, we have the Book Nook. Let's
Spencer's Book Hole.
Before we close, yeah. The Book Nook, the main event of the post show.
Yeah.
The Book Nook.
Yeah. So if
may or may
we
not
could do like
featured.
yes, this I'm gonna give a story afterwards about like how I found this and what's it about and what more info about it. But I would just like to read a segment of one of my favorite books of all time, and then hopefully if everybody likes this enough that we can just do this every week. So this is Suffering in Silence, Test of Time, written by Deborah L. Dublin. On the days I had Girl Scouts, Bernice would cover for me. I was off with Reggie, being curious. We kissed. We touched. We held each other for hours on end. We both enjoyed each other's company a lot. He was my first. I was his first true love. He made me feel good in every way, each and every day. I wanted more. I knew he also did, but we both were afraid. I asked him one day if he wanted to. His answer was, if you want to? So we did.
Question mark? Was there a question mark right there?
Yeah. It was after the quotation marks. Like, in quotations, if you want to, end quotation, question mark? So we did. What we thought was the right way to do it. He was 17, I was 14. ... Which way was right? We had sex. I lost my virginity just that quick. Pregnant the first time out.
Wow. That was an adventure.
That's a drop.
So,
Dude, bars.
So this book, she
Bars.
this book is amazing because, like, not only that, there's like I wonder if I can pull this up to the
Spencer,
camera. There's like
Spencer.
question mark, comma. There's like stuff like this just hidden in here.
Yeah.
And like you know, in the question mark after the quotation mark and stuff like that, and then like run-on sentence like from I asked him one day if he wanted to, all the way to we had sex was one long sentence.
I do understand that the grammatical errors and stuff are pretty funny, but I do think that because I've read part of that, I haven't read all of it, but because I only read it while I was in your car.
Yes.
For like a 5-minute drive.
Yes.
But from what I read, there is a story in there, and
there is.
So I mean, basically, how it is you can tell.
Dan, you're defending this book?
Just let me. So basically, you can tell that she has told this story before vocally.
Yes.
And it's a very there is a style of literature referred to as stream of consciousness, where essentially you write as things come to your mind. You don't edit, you don't do anything. So I don't necessarily think that's what she was going for when she wrote it, but it does have a stream of consciousness-esque quality to it. So you always got to take that with a grain of salt. But I think if she had a professional editor, because I mean it's obvious that she didn't get it edited before she published it. But if she had a professional editor,
she finished the sentence, comma, then capitalized pregnant at first try.
Yeah, I think there's a story in there that if someone were to edit the book, it would really be something like
you
of substance.
Dan,
dude,
do you want to edit an entire book real quick on the stream?
Shit, dude, I probably could.
Yeah.
So
I'm a nerd for that stuff.
Here's the book, available on Amazon Prime, and here's how I know. So, when I first got out of college, I worked at Enterprise Rent-A-Car, and we were cleaning out cars, and a copy of this book was in one of the cars that I cleaned out. I don't know if it was her, because it was a different person who rented it and everything. But, so we got the car back, and it was one of the other cleaners who showed me it and showed me what the book entailed, and I was like, oh my, this is so wonderful. Because Deborah Dublin lives in Columbus, Ohio. So she knows. She lives somewhere here. I'm guessing one of her friends bought the book, or her herself had the book in the rental car and left it there, and for me to discover it. And how I know that it's available on Amazon Prime is because I actually gave my copy away to someone, also a girl. And
yeah, a rubbing of Shakespeare's grave and this book, definitely on the same
level.
Yep.
Same level.
Exactly.
So anyways,
thank you for making me feel better.
Anyways, so I found this copy on Amazon Prime for $10.
Okay,
so
Spencer, what is the name of the book?
It is Suffering in Silence, Test of Time, written by Deborah Dublin.
Or is it Test of Time, Suffering in Silence?
Oh.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, if she writes a sequel, is she keeping Suffering in Silence or Test of Time?
Yeah. To anybody who watches this, read the book. It's worth a read.
There's a story in there.
Yeah.
It's a good story.
It's absolutely worth a read. Is it well delivered? No. It's not. I mean, you never want to shit on somebody's work, but it's not. But it doesn't mean it's not art.
That's what I'm saying. And if Deborah, you ever see this, I think
I want you on the show.
I would love to bring you on the show. I would love to sit down and really talk to you.
We'll pay for the Uber. You're not far.
Yeah. Or we could just pick you up, save money.
Yeah.
We can go out to lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get some Chick-fil-A.
Or we can go to Applebee's. Applebee's is nice. They got that 2 for $20 deal.
Yeah, the 2 for $20.
Yeah,
2 for $20.
It's a good date. It's a good date topic. Justin, what were you gonna say?
He's probably gonna tell us not to advertise the company's names.
Yeah, sorry, brand. Sorry.
Yeah. Also, yeah. So there you go. Get it. Get that book.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It is a treat.
I think we were thinking about testing some of our voice acting skills, and every week or so,
I would love to.
Having a little.
I would love
read.
it.
A little excerpt.
Yeah,
Each one of us reads a different part.
We will do this classily. It will be like masterpiece theater of Test of Time.
Chapter 1.
No.
I mean, I literally, like, if you want, I could literally take that and, like, we could do a side-by-side, like, version of that, and then I'll do one where I edit it. And, like, I won't add in any content. I will literally just rearrange stuff.
I
think
make
it better.
Who knows? Deborah could have written this so that it was a very specific way that we experience her work. This could all be intentional. Could you imagine?
I'm going to be honest with you, bud.
What if?
That's going to be
it's
a lot.
hard. It's probably not.
That's a lot of work to be intentional.
Yeah.
You know what? The Room was actually an intentional movie made like that. No,
yeah.
I think he was trying to be serious the whole time. Actually,
my sister owns a pair of Tommy Wiseau's.
The Room is the greatest movie ever made.
Yeah,
Spencer.
Tommy Wiseau has an underwear brand, and my sister owns a pair of them that she bought from his website.
That's amazing.
They're in the shape and form of tidy whities. But the waistband is bright yellow, and it says Tommy Wiseau like around it, like a marquee.
Mm-hmm.
The material itself is like an aqua blue, and the front piece of fabric for the crotch is massive. Like you could hide like 4 baseballs in this pair of underwear. And my sister didn't buy like the extra large. She just bought like mediums, and they're huge. This is the biggest pair of underwear I've ever seen in my life.
You know,
that's amazing.
The best part about these underwear is that you get a pair free when you buy a copy of the Room.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep. You get a pair of Tommy Wiseau's.
Overstock is a real bitch, isn't it?
I wonder how much money he's made from the Room.
A
lot.
Now that they've made like
now that there's a bit of a Franco Brothers spin-off.
Yes.
They got Franco money.
Oh
now.
Yeah.
It's like a movie. It's like a biopic.
Well, it's a movie based off of the book written about the movie.
I haven't seen Disaster Artist yet.
It's pretty good. Yeah. But it's so there's the original movie. One of the actors from the original movie wrote a book, and the Disaster Artist is based off of that book. Now, there's been speculation on how much the book is exaggerated, and there's been a lot of like back and forth about it. Whether what's his name? What's the name of the guy that wrote the book, Justin? Mark.
Oh, I forget.
Oh, hi, Mark. Not Mark.
I didn't. This is bullshit. Hi, Mark.
Yeah. I did not.
I didn't.
But yeah. Good books, bad books. Books are books. Don't burn them. Fahrenheit 451.
That's actually my favorite writer.
Who was that again?
Ray Bradbury.
Nice.
Yeah. It's Fahrenheit 451 is my favorite book, but I really like his short story collection, The Illustrated Man.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's very funny though because The Illustrated Man is like a sci-fi collection of like his work. So he described like what we'd say is like a spaceship. He'd be like, and then the rocket went up to Mars, and he says the rocket a lot, and it's very like 50s-esque like sci-fi, but I love it. Love it so much.
Favorite authors, Dan, who's yours?
That would be a tie between Herman Melville and Edgar Allan Poe.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah, I love. I mean, he's who got me like into like English and poetry writing. I mean, I really felt inspired by a lot of his stuff. I thought it was incredible. And then my favorite book I actually have ever read is Moby Dick, which is like, I mean, it's a beast. It's a massive book, but it's a tale of, you know, determinism versus free will, you know, and I love that theme. It's why Supernatural is one of my favorite shows. So, you know, I had like, no, like this is, I'm gonna fucking do it.
Yeah. What about you,
Surprise! The whale kills them all.
Oh yeah. What about you, Justin?
My favorite book is Siddhartha by Herman Hesse.
Whoa.
And favorite writer. I guess I like Poe because I'm goth like that.
Yeah.
I'm fucking dark and
My
brooding.
name's
like
Night
that.
Pain.
Yeah. Night Pain.
Yeah.
My name's not.
Now, whatever Night Pain.
I found the
Get us
disaster
outta here.
artist
No, but-
writer. It's Tom Bissell.
Tom Bissell.
Yeah, Tom Bissell.
Nice. I don't know. It's a.
I went through. I was into Polonic recently. I went through like all his books,
I don't know that one.
like Choke and Fight
I
Club
thought you
and all
said
that.
Florida.
Oh yeah.
Chuck Palahniuk.
I thought you said-
I might be butchering his last name.
Because I thought you said colonic for a second, and I was
No,
like, yeah, hey
colonic,
Justin,
no.
if you want to get a
The,
colonic.
the Chronic.
The Chronic.
The Chronic.
Ah, the
The
Chronic.
Now I want to watch Eric Andre show.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think this is a good point to end the show, the post show.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have any topics that want to?
I think we could talk for hours about books because I didn't even go over like my favorite books. I have a top 10
can't
list.
read.
Whoever your
Guys,
favorite artist,
I can't
your
read.
writer.
This is a really awkward.
Yeah,
show.
we're
that's-
discriminating against Justin. He can't read.
Well,
okay.
with that bombshell, it's time to end the show.
Yeah. Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
everyone. See you guys next
I'm just
week.
saying words that I heard you guys all say.
As the Spencer and Justin and their faithful, they're not faithful, or whatever guide, companion, Lily, whatever her name is, explore this dungeon. So, bye guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. See you next week.
Bye.